What's up guys, DuArktik here with another Marvel Strike Force video, and in this video we're back to take a look at the end of Season 11. So the season ended yesterday and I think it was a good season. The rooms were kind of decent. I'm gonna show you my defense. I usually don't show my defense, or I can't show you right now because we are already working on the defense for next season. But we'll go through a few of the matches and I'll show you my defense that way, right? And some of the secrets that we have been using for a while, and the amount of defensive wins that we have been getting are huge. So at the end of the day, all comes down with how you use your offense and making sure that you have enough tools on offense. A lot of people are using Odin on defense, and you don't even need Odin on defense to have a successful defense, and you'll see that in a second. So in this video we're gonna analyze the end of Season 11, and make sure you stay tuned for the channel for the upcoming recommendations for Season 12, where we'll go through each of the rooms and which team I guess it will be good on those rooms. And like I've been saying, I've been very successful when it comes to Cosmic Crucible defense without compromising my offense. That's very, very important. On average, we have been getting over 20 defensive wins per week, right? Yes, per week. So that's going to be around 7 defensive wins per day. And many times my opponents cannot even full clear. So that's how important it is. So as always, if you like the information on these videos, make sure you share it with your friends on Facebook and Discord. If you're new to my channel, make sure you subscribe for more Marvel Strike Force content, and make sure you smash that like button like a boss. Now, some people don't like Crucible, that's okay. People think that the rewards are not good enough. I can understand that. The best you can get out of here is the diamonds and the training materials for the weekly rewards, and at the end of the season you get this little bit of gold. They should multiply this by 5 times or 10 times even. This is ridiculous. But we get the dark diamonds that are very important. And that's pretty much it, right? So I understand that some people don't like the rewards, but that's the way it is. For me, what is the most fun about Cosmic Crucible is facing the different puzzles that people put on defense. And we have to beat it sometimes based on data, based on researching what we can do, or other times we just have to be creative on the moment and find those solutions. But overall, I'm still having the most fun in Marvel Strike Force with Cosmic Crucible, even more than Alliance Wars. So Cosmic Crucible still at the top, and then everything else. Okay, so let's take a look at these results, and I'm gonna show you the defense that I used the last season and what kind of results I had. So on the first room, we were using X-Men with Dormammu and no Nightcrawler. This is because Nightcrawler right now is absolute must-have on offense, because so many people are using Odin on defense. And this is why you need to balance your defense with your offense. Yeah, sure, Nightcrawler makes X-Men more powerful, but guess what? If you can beat Odin on defense on the enemy side, that's going to be much, much better. So this was a common team that we're using. Massive Apocalypse, that's okay. Kaori arrived last week, right? Kaori arrived last week, and you can see that it was an absolute nightmare for a lot of people. They were not able to clear this room. Kaori right away with Annihilators and Scrolls, so Cabal cannot counter them. And this is going to be a major meta change, and I'm already using this for myself. Next week, I'm probably going to use, next season, I'm probably going to use Illuminati on offense, because the only way to beat this team is going to be with Illuminati on offense. And this is how Scopely is trying to force us to change the meta. I will take it. I understand why they do this, to spice up the meta, but at the same time, because the rooms are so weak for Season 12, we'll see. But yeah, so you can see in Annihilator Scroll still ruling, and especially with Kaori, she has been an absolute menace on defense. So yeah, I think only one person was able to clear this room. So this is definitely still a must-have room. Okay, after that I used what's their name? Bifrost. I used Bifrost on defense, and Bifrost, they have a lot of counters, including Alpha Flight, as you guys can see. But here, once again, we are balancing our defense with our offense. Because Spider Society, they are so strong on the raid room, where they can even beat Mephisto. That means that you want to put a team there that is somewhat difficult, but you really want to make sure that you have all your aces on offense, because otherwise you get stuck in a room, and that's pretty much it. So, and the raid room is not a room where you can lock people in. That works for like the first week or the second week, but after that it's over. Okay, moving on to the next room, we have Mephisto with Orcish. Yeah, sure, Night Stalkers, they beat Orcish very easily, but not with Mephisto. So this is just to force enemies to double sack, because if they use Odin against Mephisto in some other room, it's not great. But Orcish is the only team that really challenges Odin on offense, and that's why we have to keep this team for now like this. If you want to pair up Mephisto with anyone, this is definitely the best combo you can make. And you guys can see, as long as we have guaranteed double sack, that's already a win for us, because after that they have less attacks, and this will compromise their situation as well. Stage 5, this was the room where X-Men would get bonuses, but guess what? It's much better for you to have a team that does not rely on any bonuses, and that was going to be the Illuminati. And I used the Illuminati with the Thanos in game, because the Illuminati team, they lack a little bit on burst damage. And if you put Thanos in game next to Captain Britain, well, you're gonna get that burst damage. Plus, you're gonna clear any kind of death proof or anything like that. And that's great for Black Bolt to ping your enemies away. So this was a great team throughout the entire season. Last season as well, this was one of the secret teams that I had on my Patreon. And maybe it's not fully representative on how good it was here, because they are using Nightcrawler, Old Man Logan, and Sinister Six, but believe me, this was very, very problematic for a lot of people. Okay, last room, we have the Secret Defenders with Black Knight. This team was also very strong because it always required 1 sack or 2 sacks, and Black Knight is a menace here. Many times the Strange would revive Black Knight. This team has been around with me for 2 seasons as well. And this was another secret that we were using on Patreon, because it was just so strong. It was like guaranteed always 2 wins, and you can see once again that it was the case. Okay, so this was for the first match. Now the second ones, we're gonna go much faster. So once again, X-Men here with Dormammu, Rogue, and Forge. You can see that even against a serious team, it can cause some problems because of the speed bar and all the revives and so on. Here, once again, we have the absolute ridiculousness of Kahori with Super Scroll, locking the opponents, even with Cabal, even with whatever, they had no chance. So there we go. Once again, we have the Bifrost, not because they are good or any, but they cannot be disrespected. If you disrespect Bifrost, you're gonna lose, and they always have to use or Alpha Flight or some other team like Spider Society, so that's good for us. We don't sacrifice our offense to increase our defense. Then once again, the double sack on Mephisto. This is what we need. Sure, they are not using Odin, but that's okay. They have Odin on defense. We can beat Odin on defense very, very easily. Then we have once again Captain Britain with Thanos. Once again, they use Sinister Six plus Old Man Logan. And this is 2 teams in 1. It's Mercs for Money plus Sinister Six. If it was just Sinister Six, they would get destroyed. So once again, huge value on this combination. Even that is getting one-shotted, you are forcing your opponent to burn 2 teams worth of good characters. And finally, we have Cabal with Kang and Erich against the last room. That's okay. It's not terrible, but we won because the guy could not full clear. We had better efficiency, and once again, this is why I want to balance the defense with the offense. And there we go. So a nice amount of defensive wins so far. It was a little bit under the usual average. Like I said at the beginning of the video, usually the average is like 20 defensive wins per week. This one, I think it was like 14 or something. So not as good, but still good enough. Let's say that. Okay. This one, X-Men, once again, forcing our opponents to use big characters. Apocalypse, Red Hulk here is definitely a win for us. Then once again, they cannot do anything against this room. This guy, I think he messed it up. He mixed the teams, and then he was forced to make mistakes. And this is what we want, is our enemies to make mistakes in one room, and after they get locked out of the chances of full clearing. Spider Society once again coming through against Bifrost, but this is a 2.5 million Bifrost. Just in terms of size alone and investment, this is a huge deal. Then once again we have this double sack on Mephisto. You can see that he double sacked with big characters, which is another mistake. I'm not sure why he used Spider Weaver here. This is a massive burn for himself, but then cleared up with the Night Stalkers. Room 4, there we go. We have Thanos in game with Illuminati making some work. The new warriors, they would get destroyed anyway. Maybe if you'd use this, he would one-shot right away. But he got stuck on room 4, and this is because the guy got frustrated, right? He got frustrated, he could not full clear, and forced him to make more mistakes. And finally, we have the last room. Once again, Cabal with Ares and Ultimus. That's great for us. He got some good efficiency in this room, but overall across the board we got much better, right? So even that he got good efficiency on a lot of rooms, he was not able to full clear this one. And that's how you win, is making sure that your opponents get frustrated, making sure that you force them out of their options by spicing up rooms with things that people usually don't see. And that's gonna be it. Okay, so that was the result of Season 11. We ended on Masters 2. Once again, we were not able to get top 100. But that's it's just the consistency of the offense. Even that the defense and offense is good, sometimes I'm stressed out and I cannot make it. I cannot focus enough, or I also make some mistake on my defense. And many times we are facing players with tons of diamonds, which is not is not welcome. But this is what we have to face at this rating. But I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Make sure to stay tuned for the upcoming video with suggestions for Season 12 of Cosmic Crucible. And make sure, if you are on one of my Patreon members, after the initial video, we'll have updates throughout the week. There will be also a new spreadsheet with the counterattacks for the new season. And a few other things that every now and then we'll update exclusively there. But I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, make sure to smash that like button. If you like information on these videos, make sure you share it with your friends on Facebook and Discord. If you're new to my channel, make sure to subscribe for more Mouse Strike Force content, and I'll catch you guys later.